Dressed in all black, like the home black, like the dressed in all black, like the home black.
What's up, you guys? I'm FaShoDoe. If you don't know, I'm finally putting my face out here, but this is Brandon of EndsWealthCorps.
What's up?
Brandon, tell them a little bit about your brand.
Okay. My brand is called EndsWealthCorps. It's a clothing company I started with a business partner. We started concepting around 2005, but we actually incorporated in 2007. What we are is just a brand that creates creative product and creative content for users and consumers. And the idea behind the brand is Ends Wealth is the progression from doing what you love to do to doing it to acquire wealth. So that's why we got, Ends Wealth Corp from. Right now, I'm also owner of another company called Port of Chicago, which is it's a company that sells like hard to get, high-end vintage or high-end or just regular vintage, hard to get things, basically things that people want and that people really like. We pride ourselves in that type of stuff. So that's me. I'm also creative director and art director for both companies. Occasionally, I do some advertising design. I do some contracting on some web design stuff. Just all around creative kind of dude. Also some directing and so on, painting stuff too.
So right now, basically, we're at this Biggie Inspired Photoshoot. So what is the reason behind this event?
Well, this year is the 15th anniversary of when Biggie passed. It's actually next Friday on March 9th. And what we do, we started selling Versace's, and I was never really into Versace's because I always broke as hell as a kid. I couldn't get them. And it was like the 90s, you know what I mean, when Biggie and stuff was big. I didn't really know what I was listening to, but I was into Biggie. And it's like, the older I got, the more I started to realize like his approach to his image and how he was, approaching fashion and like putting people onto these high-end brands. And these were brands that weren't even making stuff in his size, as you can see. I mean, he had like 4X silk shirts. Versace didn't make that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just like he had an influence on the hip-hop culture in the realm of fashion, and it's almost like appropriate that me doing fashion or us doing fashion, that we would pay tribute. And it's great that I can pay tribute in both ways because I listen to the music. I have a bunch of friends that are in the industry. You know what I mean? I've like been around in the industry, so it's just like this event almost seemed like appropriate. This is what people like look forward to. These are the people that folks really admire, and so of course we're gonna do something.
So, EndsWealthCorps, like when did it start, and like where do you see yourself going within like the next year to 6 months to a year?
EndsWealthCorps started in 2007. That's when we incorporated, and where we see ourselves in the next 6 months or a year. Well, we see ourselves at more trade shows and more visible to people. We really want to be a national brand and not just be considered a streetwear brand. There's nothing wrong with being considered a streetwear brand, but I feel like those titles and those things make you really limited, especially things like streetwear or like these niche markets that are really small, but you have so many people in them. So we see ourselves in national accounts, going after an Urban, a Nordstrom, or different types of accounts. I feel like what we have deserves to be seen on a broader spectrum and seen by a broader audience, a bigger audience. So that's what we're looking to go with the brand and to continue making awesome stuff. I mean, I'm talking to some artists right now. I'm gonna do some mixtapes with some people this year. I cannot wait. We're gonna do some mixes with some DJs. So just really being integrated in music and lifestyle a little bit more. You're gonna see EndsWealthCorps out there a whole lot more in your videos, on TV, and viral, movies, videos, short films, that type of stuff.
Well, I want to congratulate you because I seen EndsWealthCorps on MTV, so that's a big ups to you.
Thank you.
But also I see that you're wearing the Treated hat,
yeah.
And Treated dropped that hot ass jam this week, all black. If you don't have all black, you're losing because I downloaded it from YouTube to my computer, so you can't say you can't have it on your iTunes. So, what's your affiliation with Treated?
I think that's dope, man. I think that's really dope. I'm really glad you said that. So, Treated Crew, man. Treated is a Chicago term that was around like a while ago. I mean, it's around when we were in high school, and we started using it again. Actually, my friend Hollywood Hope, Nigel, who I met when we were like 17 and we were breaking at the point. Like, I'm originally a breakdancer, like a b-boy. Like, me, $1 Million Man, who's Kanye West DJ right now, is a DJ for Watch the Throne tour. We grew up, we came up together, so we met each other around that time. Mano was always DJing, we were always breaking. Nigel was always doing his thing, always rapping, and that's just how stuff was. So Treated Crew is really like the result of like the Chicago minds really coming together and really owning the stuff that's original to us. You know what I mean? And it's just like a lot of people don't really step out and take initiative like that. Chicago isn't necessarily built like that because like industry happens in LA and New York mainly, you know? So we're just really trying to bring that real from Chicago out for people. Treated Crew is like, I mean, man, I was around when they did Treated Thursdays at Underground. You know what I mean? I was around at all that time. So it's just about part of being a part with the family and growing with it. And right now I'm helping doing some creative stuff with the brand Treated Crew. So I'm like a part of the whole team. It is Chicago in a sense, in a highly developed, polished, next level type of way. That's basically what it is.
Well, I'm glad you could elaborate on that because I've been following Chance the Rapper and Big Spencer, and I know they're a part of Treated Crew. And I saw that you had the hat, and that kind of like made me excited because I'm like, okay, so they have some type of affiliation with them, and I've been blogging about them since. I think Chance is What You Talking About. That. So that's when I got hip on Chance. So.
Yeah, we're actually doing Chance's next mixtape with him. We'll be sponsors or endorsers for this mixtape, but we're gonna do the next mixtape with them. So expect to see us and Chance a lot more. I'm like really excited about that too.
That's great. Well, I'm FaShoDoe again, and this is Brandon, and this is FaShoDoe Music.
Peace.
No mat, like the home mat, like the dressed in no mat, like the home mat, like the dressed in no mat, like the home mat. This is for my homies.